Welcome, man. Welcome back to the channel. How is everybody doing? Today is Thursday, man. Thursday, April the 9th, actually. And I was informed of a few things actually Wednesday or Tuesday. Actually looking at the date, a week ago I was informed of a video's performances. Okay, so first of all, let me get right into it. I want to thank everybody for helping me reach 9,000 subscribers. Yes, that is a milestone. That is an improvement. That is uh, I consider an accomplishment. Yes, I'm very proud of that 9,000 subscribers. Although I would rather it be more, but that's coming in the long run. I am really, really patient. Okay. I mean, I can be uh persistently patient, but I am very patient and I know good things will come out of this channel. So thank you, everybody that subscribe to the channel and everybody that's continuing to subscribe because the numbers are steady going up, guys. I really appreciate that. And it was another thing I wanted to thank my man Caper, this guy's garage. I don't see every comment for some reason. I don't know. They don't come to my phone like I thought they would. But uh, a particular video that I did, I got to say 2 or 3 years ago, talking about a water pump. That video has reached 100,000 views. Okay, so after looking at my analytics, that turned out to be one of my best performance video as far as numbers goes. Okay, no, it's nowhere near one of my best videos, but it's the top video that's performing extremely well. 100,000 views. Okay, it's like a 6 minute video where I'm rambling talking about a water pump. Okay, and what a water pump could do or not do in the event that it's not working. Okay, yes, a water pump needed for a number of things, but in that particular video, I was talking about the fact that if your heater not working, that is one of the things you should check. Okay. Yes, that video is doing extremely well. Thanks, Caper, for bringing that to my attention. I had no idea. Although some of the comments come straight to my phone, so I can see the comments, but I can't really see the view count or the analytics until or at least when I log onto a computer. And when I got to that video, it showed 100. Actually, it's at 101 now, so it is steady growing. Guys, thank you for watching it. What I found out about that video is being shared a lot. Okay, a lot of people are sharing it. Comprehend because I said some real good stuff on that video. Granted, I repeated myself, and a lot of people let me know I talked too much in that video, but like I say, it's doing extremely well. So, guys, I appreciate two of the guys on here now, Lee Smith and Richard One. Man, I appreciate y'all helping out the channel by watching the videos and giving it a thumbs up, all that good stuff, man. So I just wanted to log on and thank you guys. So without further ado, I got I uploaded a video yesterday on a 3.6, okay, that um chewed into both intake cams, guys. I got a lot of comments on there. I didn't have time to get on the phone and answer or talk about any of that. So I don't know. And the day before that, I uploaded a video on what was it? What was it? The key. One go out every day, okay, until it releases and the questions or the comments start coming in. That's the only way I would know. So let me jump right into some of this stuff. Charles Johnson, he used to ask me any known issues with the 3.6 2018. My journey has a kind of idle bump you can feel in your seat in gear or park. Doesn't matter. Drive fine. Plenty of power. No codes. 45K. Okay. He got a 3.6 2018 model. God, car that new. That's still fairly new with low miles. One of the things I would do is check and see if are there any updates to the computers, man. A lot of people tend to jump right on spark plugs and cores and things like that when it can easily be something simple as shift improvement or engine performance improvement via in the form of flash update. Okay, so now I ain't sure you can do that on your own as a do-it-yourselfer. I think I don't want to say the dealer only can do it because that may not be the case, but they can look at the part numbers on your controllers and essentially compare it with uh, the database and see if there are any updates available. It's a highly chance that there's some updates available on your engine and transmission. That's a 2018 model. So yes, you might want to get that looked at and see if that's the case. Who's it? Scott Ayers. I think the metal shavings. Okay, he was talking about the video I put on the 3.6 where I had a little dilemma. Not really so much a dilemma, but it was kind of confusing. Out of all that those shavings that those lobes let off, both camshaft, intake camshaft lobes was worn, gone, missing. So those shavings had to go somewhere. So I had the camera rolling while I changed the oil and drained the oil. So we didn't find, or I didn't see any particular shavings in the oil filter, trapped in the oil filter, or coming out of the oil. So I just decided to mention that. My man Scott Ailes, he commented on, I think the metal shavings are there. They are just very fine. That's a possibility. I took on the rocker arm replacement on my 2012 Jeep Wrangler because you made it look easy. Made it look easy. You were correct on the cause of the timing noise or the ticking noise. I just finished about 2 weeks ago and ended up replacing 4 rocker arms on the right side. Based on your video, I changed the oil as well. While my oil was drained, I removed the oil pan to inspect for shavings. There was nothing you might call shavings, more like metallic powder. It settled in the oil pan. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. Let me I have to read more. He's saying those shavings settled in the oil pan, guys. And I can't even get my mouse over here. Okay, he was talking about I was talking about where is the shavings? Okay, where is the shavings? Where is the shavings? I drained the oil and changed the filter. My man Scott saying it was in the oil pan. And I think I read some of the comments. Tom Cook mentioned that some of it may be trapped in the strainer or the oil pump or the strainer. Yes, they very well could be little bitty tiny particles that's not seen to the naked eye. I don't know, but uh, I agree with Scott and Tom. But I didn't bother to take the oil pan off, guys. Yeah, that was a warranty job that doesn't pay well at all. So I wasn't I guess the curiosity wasn't there enough. Sure, I would love to know. Both of you guys had decent point. I would love to pull that strain, pull the pan off just to look at the strainer and see if those shavings trapped in there. Because keep in mind, guys, if you clog that strainer up, you could eventually starve your car of oil. Or so that's not a good look at all. All right, who is this? Uh, let me go to the let me go to the room. Lee Smith, what's going on? Lee, sit in front row. Lee, appreciate you joining me, baby. What's going on? I appreciate you, man. Richard, what's up? Easy. Hope all is well, Richard. One, same old. Shop's kind of slow, so we taking on I'm doing things I don't normally do at the shop. I think I did an alignment the other day. I haven't done an alignment in a while. So, but when it's slow like that, you grab whatever you can and whatever's on the ticket. Tom Cook, what's up tonight? What's up, Tom? What's on your mind, man? Chime in whenever you want to, baby. Richard One, we appreciate you as well. That's what's up, Richard. Richard One, I am a mobile mechanic, and your videos have helped me with Chrysler Dodge vehicle. That's what's up, Richard. I appreciate you watching, man. Real talk. Sean Tucker, my car will go in reverse, powerful, but when I put it in drive, it's like slowly take off. Okay. Sean, what I mean, a transmission is a transmission. I don't really like asking what kind of on a general question like this. I mean, I would like to know, but I don't want to seem like I'm categorizing the car. Okay. So, well, you know where I was going with this. I really was gonna ask what kind of car it is and what kind of trans it is, but it's a general trans question. My car will go in reverse powerful, but when I mean, God, that can be something simple as a low fluid level. And I'm sure he didn't put the year in it. I'm sure it's an electronic transmission, which means it has a module, which means there's a possibility that that module caught the failure, which means that it likely should probably have thrown a fault code uh, in the form of a check engine light. Okay. Now, but some of those codes are all transmission codes will not turn the check engine light on. So you still could have problems in your transmission, but the light not be on. So a good thing to do is to get it scanned, my man. See if any codes in it and base your diagnosis around that code. Caper, this guy's garage. What's going on, man? What is going on? I was telling him about earlier on that I was the accomplishment I made on that water pump video. I'm just seeing where you said 100,000 views. I would have never known that. Well, eventually it would have came up, but I didn't pay any attention until I read your comment. Appreciate you looking out, man. I didn't know that video. That's as of today, that is my highly played or the most highly played video that I have on the channel. And again, it's not one of my best videos by any means. I mean, my language was off. I was reckless. I had just started filming. I didn't care how the background look, how the screen looked. I just went for it. And that might be what helped push it over the edge. Some people appreciate realness, okay, as opposed to a script. Now, script is a different, man, when you sit in front of a teleprompter and you read and you comprehend and you try to make sure you don't look like you're reading. I got videos, with that. Well, I hope you don't notice that I'm reading, but no one, hear me, guys, nobody can remember all the stuff that they say out of their mouth. So they almost forced to use a teleprompter. And I have no problem using a teleprompter. I've done it before. I just want to make the video look like I'm not reading. But yeah, that was nowhere near one of my best videos, but it's my most highest performing video. Okay, so yeah, I appreciate you, Caper, for letting me know that, man. Sean Tucker, what is it? What is it the problem? P0700. See, Sean, that is a generic fault code of a transmission. That's not really 0700 just telling you that there's a problem in the transmission. You got to get more specific. Okay, and a decent scan tool that can go inside your module will tell you the specific fault code. Okay, so you got to I don't know if AutoZone or them guys, Advanced Auto, I don't know if they scan to dig into the PCM. If it's a P code, they can read it because P codes are pretty much generic. I mean, they have to display because they tied in with emissions. So now a lot of the U codes and things like that, those scan tools can't read. But 0700, man, you're gonna need a little bit more than just a P0700. Okay. Tom Cook, a lot of the metal is on the cam tone wheels and crank. You think so, man? God, I didn't think about that. See, now you got my mind running. I'm sure I'm gonna start pulling because that was a 3.6 and that crank sensor is on the rear. On the rear in front of the axle. Matter of fact, it's in front of the right axle. And that is magnet. That sensor is magnet. Now the cam sensors are on the head, Tom. So I'm guessing they're magnetized also, but I didn't bother pulling either one. But now crank sensor is not gonna not sloshing around in oil, I wouldn't think. No, not the crank sensor. Now the cam sensor is sloshing around in oil because because the oil is in the valve cover and the valve cover is turning. I'm gonna start pulling those cam sensors out because I got the valve cover. In fact, you have to remove the cam sensors in order to get the valve cover off. But I didn't think to take a peek at it and look at it. Appreciate that, Tom. I'm gonna have to look more into that. OA Suzuki, Sean. OA Suzuki. That's fairly old, but like I said, you might have on your car, on your Suzuki, man, you may have a separate TCM. They didn't start combining them till well, I don't know what 2012 maybe or 10. They start combining them. At least I know Dodge did. They started combining. I don't know Suzuki, that your car may have a separate TCM, man. I highly suggest, Sean, you get it, get your transmission control module scanned, because like I say, you could have a problem and it not be showing up as a check engine light, man. That's what I say. So yeah. Zafel, what's up, man? I met you on a caper stream, man. What's going on, man? How you doing? I hope everything good. What is going on? All right, Stevie B. I think you missed Sean says his car is an '08 Suzuki. I probably did. I'm sorry, Stevie B. But yeah, 0700 is too generic, Sean. You got to get that. You got to get And in fact, if there's a 0700, it's likely another fault code in there, because a 0700 I've never seen alone, by itself, just a P0700. It's always attached to another fault code. So get that Suzuki scan, and whoever scan it, make sure they use a scan tool that will read your transmission module. Okay. So appreciate that, Stevie. I think it's embedded in the bearings. So I think I guess you're talking about the shavings. Hey, give me your thoughts on a 14OB code sensor or tone rail. 14OB, man. Be more specific. 14 sensor or tone ring. What are we talking about, Lee? Help me out a little bit. And you talking about a communication code there, buddy. Yeah, put something else in the bottom, Lee. Let me see what you got going. Tom Cook on tone wheels. On tone wheels. Oh, on the tone wheels. Tom, you're not talking about the cam sensor, you're talking about on the tone wheels. I don't know, man. I know what I'm gonna be looking for the next time I do one though. But gray strips on the tone wheel does wipe off. Yeah, you got a point. Now you got me going looking at other stuff when matter of fact, while we talking about it, I got a 3.6 in my stall now. I gotta find out what's going on. It's ticking. So, but I'm not gonna make the same mistake I made last time, guys. That's why I titled that video. I know I wasn't trying to steal Scotty's thumbnails. I just the don't. I mean, I think he got the don'ts patented. That's not what I was trying to do. I just don't want you guys to write up estimates. If y'all mechanics, if you deal with customers, I deal with customers. Write an estimate without actually physically tearing it down. Okay. So Tom, I got another 3.6 in my stall that's ticking. I will tear it down before I give my estimate, because this is not warranty. And remember what I said, customers hate when you I need $300 more to fix your car. So yeah, they don't like that at all. All right, guys, I got some James Patton. I was wondering if you could just unbolt the cam phaser and slide it forward enough to get the cam shaft without removing it and messing with the timing. Okay, he talking about the phasers that I was doing on that 3.6. Can you just remove the bolt? Sure. That's exactly what I did off camera. But it depends on which head you're talking about, James. Now Bank 2 head got a chain arm on it, and a tensioner pushes on that arm. So there are special tools out there that you're supposed to slide in there and hold that tensioner in place while you do that. So I didn't have this. The guy that has the special tools locked in his toolbox wasn't there that day. So I went the traditional JT route that I refused to show on camera because it's reckless. I don't want y'all to see reckless activity. Although I think there was somebody said we want to see shortcuts. I think that was Paul Joe. Paul Joe said, "Sure, man, show your shortcuts." But I'm afraid if I do that, people start doing it like that and end up in trouble. So I don't want to get into a habit of showing reckless shortcuts. Okay, estimates are subject to change. That's it. But you know me, man. I don't know if you know me or not. From a shop standpoint, my images, I get it right the first time. I'm always right. There's a little bit of cockiness in me in the shop. I died, but if it turned out, if my diagnosis turned out to be wrong, you would never know. In fact, the service advisor would never know. In fact, nobody would never know. I got so many extra spare parts. Man, my two stalls I got one stall dedicated to parts from other people there was nothing wrong with. So hypothetically, if that job had been CP Caper, the one I did with the 3.6, I had a camshaft on standby on deck waiting. It's a 3.6. Yeah, I had a camshaft on standby, but because that was warranty, I just soon got another one. I went ahead on and got another one. So Richard one, absolutely right. Customers need to know the total cost with parts and labor. Yeah, man. Like I say, they start scratching their head. Like if you call them back, like, ma'am, you need $300 more for a camshaft. And keep in mind, Richard, I did bank 2 first. So just say for instance, had I did bank 2 first, saw that camshaft and called the customers like, you need an intake valve, and then I put bank 2 together. Because guys, this is what you didn't see on camera. Let me tell you something. I'll tell you this. You didn't see this on camera, and everybody's guilty of this. I'm, for one, very much am. When I see a failure in like a 3.6, I'll use that as an example. If I see the failure in a particular head, I'm pretty much done. Like, this is it. This was my whole problem. This was the problem. And that could be true. And 80% of the time, that is true. So this is what y'all didn't see on camera. I put that cylinder head back on, put that intake back on, started up. Clack, 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 clack. I was like, oh no, tell me it's the other side. So yeah, I didn't pull both valve covers off. So what I'm trying to say is, imagine if I called that customer and told them I need a camshaft for bank 2. They like scratch their head, they call their husband, get a loan. Okay, go ahead. They do it. Then I put it together and start it up and hear more noise. And I go over to the other head and pull it off and see that camshaft bad too. Oh no, man, we need another $300. That could be catastrophic, man. Then you're gonna really have a pissed off customer on your hand. So yeah, I left that part off film, but I had to go back into that engine. Granted, it's easy on that particular engine. That's the LH car. You just remove the intake manifold and the valve cover, and bam, I did my field test, and I can visually see the camshaft was jacked up. So yeah, I after I saw bank 2 was jacked up, I thought I was done. That's a wrap. No, boy, was I wrong. So Richard, man, good point, man. Moral of the story is tear these things down before you give your estimate. Okay. Tom Cook, gray on tone wheel is the rocker arm bearing. Gray on tone wheel is the rocker arm bearings. Rocker arm bearings. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Now, Tom, I've seen those little bitty bearings. Matter of fact, a customer brought me a bag of them. He was like, "Where did this come from, man? What is this?" And I used my cutting wheel one time to cut one of those open. I'm sure you done seen it, Tom. They real little tiny little bearings, roller bearings inside the roller wheel. That's what comes apart. And I keep telling people, man, and I don't want to sound crazy or sound like I'm a disbeliever in oil, but a lot of people brag on the oil they use, especially older guys. They brag on the reason their car is not ticking on their 3.6 ticking is because they use Pennzoil super synthetic slick 50 100, the best oil in the world. My car never tick. And I don't know if y'all saw that particular engine I was working on. It wasn't that sludged up. In fact, somebody brought up in the comments, they likely use synthetic oil in there. That head was clean. I guess what I'm trying to say is, don't matter what oil you use, if the bearing is made of shitty material and can come apart, don't matter if you spend $100 on super synthetic blend. Those guys that talk like that, they just lucky. It's just a coincidence. Okay. Now you will never hear the guys that also use super synthetic Pennzoil 100 550 super synthetic and they car fail or they valve train go out. You will never hear them say, "Well, I used it, it didn't fail," because that's not the case. So I don't know, man. It's a slippery slope, but those guys kill me, man. They blame the reason that their car is not ticking because now synthetic blend oil has a lot of advantages. Don't get me wrong, not dogging it. It has you can keep a nice clean engine. Your engine probably won't overheat or the engine won't get hot. Synthetic oil has a lot of benefits. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying is when your rocker arm get ready to go out, it's gonna go out. Ain't no way around it. It's It's just gonna happen. No matter what's being used, no matter what oil being burned. So I get tickled to death when I hear guys brag on the oil they use. That's why their car is not ticking. So I don't know, man. Richard Wine, absolutely right. Customer needs to know. Tom Cook, great on Tom. Well, this guy garage, best way to be. That's it, baby. Extra came everywhere. Extra cam, extra. Yeah, hey, Caper. I got 2 intake cams. The hardest one I'm having problems keeping on standby is Bank One exhaust. That's because it has that PCV thing on the end. That cam like $400 in a dealership. So I can't keep one of those on standby for nothing, boy. So if one of those go bad, some poor customer out of luck because I do not have an extra one of those, man. That's for sure. Andrew Douglas, what are some of the symptoms to look for if your '09 Dodge Charger 5.7 transmission is going bad? What are the symptoms? '09, you likely have a nag transmission in that car. Okay. The nag transmission is a 5-speed. If it's a Hemi, it has a nag. The 5-speed transmission, which has its own transmission module under the dash. So your question is, what are the symptoms when it's going bad? I mean, one, you may slip. Dude, the best indication that your transmission is failing is, of course, the way it shifts. But you got to get that pan off and take a look at what's going on inside via the fluid. Okay, if your fluid burnt and extremely dirty, because it's ATF4, this fluid supposedly never breaks down. Okay, I'll read the you read the some of the text on the back of a ATF4 jug. Read some of that stuff. It'll tickle you. I mean, it never breaks down, even under extreme temperature. ATF plus 4 never breaks down. Okay. In other words, what they're saying is your transmission would give out before this fluid break down. Who am I? I didn't design the transmission fluid. I'm no engineer, but so a lot of things can give off symptoms of a bad transmission, Andrew, but one of the biggest one is taking a look at the fluid. Because it's a nag, you only have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 T30 bolts holding that pan on. Take those off, drop the pan, get a good look at the fluid and the filter. If the filter fall right out, it's likely it wasn't filtering the system anyway. So, but yeah, that's your best indicator, man. Forget I mean, how it's shifting matters too, but your biggest and some of the fault codes in there. Okay, if you got fault codes like deteriorated 1684, I think that's what it is. Fluid is deteriorated, extremely deteriorated, and yeah, you got some internal stuff going on that will warrant a new transmission, because that's a nag. Nobody builds those. I mean, when that trans first came out, they had problems with water getting in them. I was one of the first guys to have to go completely in that trans all the way through. Chrysler engineers called me and told me if I shortcut anything, that trans would be back, because water was getting in it and it was softening up the seals. And when the seals get soft, they become just rubbery. They stop sealing. And no matter what seal it is, the seal protects or supposed to, allow shifting in a particular gear. So if that seal hardened or rubbery or soft or whatever it is, that gear is going to slip, which means that car will come back. So they got me on the phone, told me, listen to me good. If you take a shortcut, it's coming back. And in so many words, he was saying, we're not paying the claim. It was a warranty. We're not paying the claim if it come back and you have to do the same thing. Okay, so I got the hint. I had to go dig up every tool for every clutch pack in that nag and build it correctly. Yeah, so but nobody's building nags anymore, guys. So if you think your trans gone, for easiest thing you can try is a trans service. Okay, I didn't say flush. I said trans service. Okay, trans service means you can get the filter out. Okay, so get that filter out and service it. Go back in with the right fluid, drive it, and see what happens, man. That's pretty much only thing you can do, basically. This guy's garage, that cam from the Hydrolock minivan came in handy. Yeah, hey, I got all those, man. In fact, there's no shortage of I don't want to put the engine in a bad light, but it's 3 used engines sitting on the side of the fence right now. And I guess it's okay if these problems were self-induced. Okay, even this one on the van. I mean, customer ran it through the water. That don't mean the 3.6 is a bad engine. That means the customer is a bad. Well, I don't want to say that, but that, in other words, don't judge an engine based off the fact that you got 3 sitting in the back of the shop on the wall that was replaced. It looks bad, but it all depends on the reason. Okay. The one I did, hydrolock. The one another guy did, it was knocking. And that's another thing. I've yet to go inside the bottom of a 3N to do any kind of work. So I'm not familiar with any bottom end noises on there. If you ask me a bottom end question on that engine, I will have to look it up because I've done an oil pump on one, but that's not, deep bottom end like bearings and things like that. Thanks. I really appreciate it. That's what's up, Andrew Douglas, man. Thanks for watching. Okay. God, I'm getting behind. I moved. What are some symptoms? Cam, there's no caper, there's no zinc in today's oil to properly break in cams. The factories believe roller cams are immune to failure. Hey, you a bigger engine fanatic than I am. If you say so, I'm cool with that. But to this day, a roller rocker can put a bad light on a particular engine. Just say, man, a roller rocker can bring a 6.4 Scat Pack Hemi down to his knees. Guys, it's like a toothache. A toothache will bring Incredible Hulk, a muscle man, down to his knees. Don't care how many muscles he got. That toothache will bring him down to human. Bring him down to his knees. He's crying like a baby. Same thing with a 6.4 Scat Pack 392. No matter how many, he can have 1,000 horsepower. But that one bad roller rocker can ruin everything and put a bad light on the engine when it's not the engine. The engineers that built the engine is not their fault. It's basically the vendors that design whatever part that's causing the failure. It's their fault. Okay, so something that's tiny, the 3.6, that roller rocker or that rocker arm is about this big. It can bring that Pentastar engine, 400 something horsepower. That little bitty roller rocker could bring that engine to his knees and put a bad light on the product, man. Same with a toothache with Incredible Hulk. You'd be like this, like, man, all the muscles you got, you letting a little toothache. That's painful. Yeah, that's painful. Same thing with a roller rocker, man. It's crazy, man. But that probably was a bad example. But hey, that's the only thing I can think of right now. Andrew Douglas. Okay, I already did that one. Caper, I do like mobile synthetic in my race car. Hey, like I say, synthetic got a lot of added benefits. Okay, but to say it's keeping your roller rocker from breaking is, I don't know, a little questionable because that thing gonna go out when it feel like it. It don't matter what is floating around. It don't matter what kind of oil is floating around in. When those shitty built bearings get tired and like, I'm done. It's not gonna say, wait a minute, I'm done. But since I'm rolling around in synthetic, let me hang around a little while longer. I mean, dude, I'm just one person. This is my opinion. Everybody got a difference of opinion. If you got a difference, man, state it, man. I would like to read it. I'm open to everything. I do like Mobile One online mechanic tips. I'm doing good, thanks. Do you have any tips on what to replace in an older car suspension wise? Have car with 205K, thinking I'm just replacing all the suspension components. Why? It's noisy, coming apart, upgrades. What are you doing? That's replacing it because of the mileage. A lot of people replace parts because, like me, every part has a lifespan to it. I agree with that. But you can go broke just replacing parts because a particular mile, you have reached a particular mile threshold. Okay. Now, suspension parts wear just like anything else. It's like a timing belt. Actually, in suspension parts, like a lower control arm, it's the bushings that wear. The steel that's surrounding the bushings can last forever. It's just the rubbery stuff that's in those parts that wear. Okay, so yeah, man. Depends on why you're doing it. Now if you hear noise, like I say, go for it. If that's gonna get rid of your noise, and some people replace parts just to give themselves a peace of mind. I have no problem with that. In fact, I do that. The minute I purchase a car or get a new car, just for my own peace of mind, I'm going in the timing belt, put a timing belt and water pump. I don't care if the customer just did it 2 months ago. I want that peace of mind knowing it's been done and it's been done right. So yeah, that could be one of your options. You're doing it for a peace of mind, but I have a car with thinking of just replacing all suspension components. Yeah, you can go broke doing that, man. Be careful with that mentality, because you didn't say what kind of car it is, but I'm sure the suspension part on any car is not cheap. Andrew Douglas, yes, I do. Okay, Andrew, thanks, man, for watching. I think you replying to one of the questions I asked earlier. Okay. This guy's garage, it's tops moving. It's tops moving. Like today's minivan. It's a nag. Yeah. Yeah, it's a nag. I had a feeling it was a nag. It's because it's teamed up with a Hemi. The only other option was the 42 RE and maybe the yeah, that year that was the only other option. 42 RLE was a 4-speed transmission. So yeah, man. Andrew, get that pan drop, man. See what that fluid like good look like, and go from there. Because you're not gonna find anybody, like I said earlier, you're not gonna find anybody that's gonna fix that transmission. You can take that tram or that car to any shop in any shop. The only estimate you're gonna get is for a unit. Okay, those guys are getting like dealers. They tired of being sued. They tired of lawsuits. They just sick of everything. So the best option or the best risk-free repair out there is only simply replace the unit. Now, in some cases, that would put that burden and that strain on who you got the transmission from. Okay, because you can be out of, you can be like, I just installed it. Hey, I didn't build it. I didn't make it. I didn't remanufacture it. I didn't do nothing but install it. So the shop mechanic, he have that to his defense, and he got a point. Okay, so that's the only repair estimate you're gonna get from any shop anyway, Andrew, is a unit. So base your decision off of that. But if you can do anything to make it last a little longer, the simplest thing is to service it. Get a new filter, and that service job fairly easy, man. Just make sure you go in with the right fluid. Okay. The Golden River, or yesterday, Cape, the Golden River. Have you seen thermostat failures on 2.4 Chrysler 200? The Dodge Dart was known for thermostat failure. The Golden River. Look, man, I got one of the best thermostat videos out on YouTube. Okay. Matter of fact, that view count is building up. It should catch up with my other ones soon. Dude, I jumped right in and jumped right out. I got criticized for that because I didn't explain in detail what you should do after installing. My goal 2 years ago, my goal was to get a video out 3-4 minutes tops. Okay. That way you can spread yourself around. Okay. And a lot more people can see you, and of course, naturally, a lot more people will subscribe to you. That was my goal then. Now things have changed. Okay, my biggest concern is a revenue stream. Okay, so which means I have converted to 10 minutes or more video. Okay, that way I can add more ads to the video. I know sometimes y'all get sick of those ads, but at least I give you a warning, guys. Somebody complimented me on that. Guy, appreciate you telling us when the ad coming. And I feel his pain, man, because I hate to be all into a video and out of nowhere, a damn ad just come up. At least I give you a warning. That's just a little jokey. So, what was I talking about? Where did this question go? Yeah, back to you, the Golden River. Listen, guy, online mechanic tips. P0128 2.4 liter thermostat. Okay. I think I did pretty well on that video. I dove right in, told you some of the shortcuts. Although I left out one shortcut, there's no way I can go back in and put that shortcut in. I might have to update the video with an additional video. But only thing I left out on that video was going back in with that bolt. You should I put silicone in my socket to hold the bolt, and then fish my bolt in there and hopefully get in the hole. But yeah, Golden River, go check that video out, man. Search online mechanic tips P0128 Jeep Cherokee. I think I was working on a Cherokee. It's the same thing as a Dodge Dart or Chrysler 200, man. I'm glad you brought that up. That was a nice video. I think I did that video in the garage. On my friend's car. They had one, so I figured there's only so much I can film in the dealership, guys. I have to stop doing that. I don't want to get told you can't do that. So you be very careful when you doing that. Okay. Notice some of those videos you don't see the surrounding dealership, and I'll hate for a customer to see their car on YouTube and me bashing it or talking bad about it. So if all they see is the engine, then yeah. And some of the videos I show the instrument panel, I got to be careful with that because people have their special little thing hanging down the rearview mirror. I make sure none of that's on there. So I'll be careful while I film. But I've done that cheap Cherokee with the 2.4 thermostat at home. So I'm very proud of that video. Golden River, thanks for watching. Look, guys, I'm up to 40 minutes. Guys, if you're in the stream, please do me one favor. Hit the thumbs up on the video so when the stream ends, I guess other people will see a number of people like the video and they likely will watch it. So if you ain't doing nothing else, please hit that thumbs up. And I have to ask this: if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I'm sure pretty much everybody is, but I really came on, guys, to thank you guys for 9,000 subscribers. That was the whole point of the video. And thank you guys for one of my top most viewed video, which was that water pump video. So I really appreciate it, guys. I don't take nothing for granted. That's why I'm cool getting back on YouTube and answering questions or replying to comments. I have no problem with that. I go to I look at other mechanics channel also, and before I ask a question, I see have they been answering their viewers' question, and if the answer is no, like why bother asking them? Okay, so I mean, and one could say, yeah, that's because you're still small. Wait till you get big. I don't think I will ever stop because those questions lead to new videos. So it leads to new comments. So it's a win-win for me. If I see a particular interesting question, number one, I'm gonna comment back on it and answer it. And number two, my brain gonna start running on how I can convert this question into a 10-minute video. And with the most material, and I'm always surrounded by cars and repairs, that comes easy for me. So I'm not going to stop ever reading comments and answering questions for that reason there alone. Okay. So yeah, I don't even ask other guys stuff. I had a Toyota beat me up. I went to a Toyota YouTube page, YouTube channel, Toyota Tech. And I put a question in, what's up, bud? I like your video, man. Subscribe to your channel. How's it going? You think you can answer a question for me? 3 days later, no comment. Hey, I do not want to get like that, okay? Because you look arrogant at that point. Now, the app on my phone, most of the questions are supposed to come to me, but they don't get there all the time. So if I miss something, I don't see it till I get home on the computer. All right. I got to wrap this up. 43 minutes. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for watching, Golden River. Get a video thumbs up, guys. I appreciate it. What was that? My 98 Jeep 4-liter says on the heavy towing, change ATF every 15,000 miles. Now they say don't change it. A 98 Jeep 4-liter is a Jeep Grand Cherokee or a Jeep Baby Cherokee on the heavy towing change. I guess they're under the assumption that you overheating if you're doing heavy towing. But all of those year model Jeeps have a cooler, some form of a cooler, either it's in the radiator or external. Now, guys, I want to say these older cars, I've done a lot of work on 98, 99, 2000. I've ended up a lot of times installing an external cooler to an external cooler. If that makes sense. So, yeah, but every 15,000 miles is a little excessive, considering you're using ATF plus 4. But now they say don't change it. I don't wonder why they saying don't change it. If you towing, you actually, it's the presumption is your transmission going to get hot. It's going to overheat. So yeah, you need a cooler for that, and you need to change the fluid because it has broken down. This so-called ATF 4 that says they never break down. Yeah, you overheat any kind of fluid enough times, it's going to break down. Okay, Richard 1, I use Marvel Mystery Oil with every oil change to keep the hydraulic lifter, journal, bearings, and everything else in the oil control system from sludging up and causing restriction. That's a good reason to use um any kind of name brand, especially synthetic oil. For those reasons right there that Richard just mentioned. Yes. Okay. I would just tickle when the guys blame their non-ticking 3.6 on their synthetic oil. Is what I was talking about earlier, Richard. But yes, though, like I say, man, that synthetic oil has a lot of benefits and additive. And Marvel Mystery Oil, I'm sure that's uh changes to keep the hydraulic lifter, journals, bearings, and everything else in the oil control system from sludging. Yeah. Yeah. In fact, that 360 that I did had no sludge on it. Y'all see the top end of that engine? Hey, go figure, man. Andrew Douglas. What's going on, Andrew? Oh, thanks for yeah. Anytime, Andrew. I thought I done read a question from you already. I appreciate it. Yes, thank you for watching, buddy. Thank you for tuning in. Guys, I gotta wrap this full 46 minute. John Pishon, my aftermarket Kenwood deck that came with my 2013 Ram 3.6 has been acting up after shifting through reverse camera off screens flashes. It would not accept inputs for like 10 20 minutes and only source. God, I can't make out the comment. And only source but flashes. That came with my 20 round has been acting up. After shifting Valtra reverse camera off screen flashes. It will not accept inputs for like 10 to 20 minutes and only source. Yeah, I can't make out the comment. But that 2013 Ram, I don't know. Is that a my gig? They have it's a lot of matter of fact, there's a recall out now for some of the radios. They want us to update, not so much of a flash, because a radio I don't think have double EEPROMs in them where you can change the program. You can't update them, so I guess that would mean it has double EEPROMs in them. But there's some recalls out there that a lot of these radios are getting updated, guy. So if nothing else, look into that. I'm having a hard time making out your comment. Richard one, service your transmission, you will not regret it. That's certainly the case, Richard. Appreciate that. God, I got off track again. Where am I at? No fault cause sliding. Nag trans shutters or like Romo strips at 45. How in the world? There you go. Okay. James Patton, could you unbolt the cam phasers and move it out of the way a little bit to get the cam out without taking the phase out? Okay, James. Could you unbolt the cam phaser? I assume you're talking about that's an oil control valve. It plays double duty. It's the bolt that holds the cam on, but it's also an oil control valve. So I guess your question is, can you move it out of the way a little bit to get the cam out without taking the phaser off the chain? Depends on the head. Depends on which bank you're working on. Bank one, yes. I do it all the time. Bank one, if it's a minivan, is in the rear. Okay, if it's a car, it's on the right side. So it depends on the bank, James. Now, bank two, because of that timing chain arm that's pushed up against the chain, doing its job, the tensioner is doing its job. It would be high. It would be hard to do that. Okay, because soon as you take that cam or back it off, or that phaser, as soon as you back that phaser off, that chain gonna push even more, or that tensioner gonna push even more on that change, and you're just gonna lose all your slack. So, and then you're gonna be faced with a problem to where you need tools to push the tensioner back in some so you can get the phasers on. That's why, guys, bank two, it's bank two. I'm gonna put this out there. Bank two, do not try to do without the tools. That's simple as that. Okay, because I can't even teach you the shortcut way. I do it, but it's hard for me to explain how to do it. So on bank two, if you don't have the tools, now I assume you're doing rocker arms up close. I assume you're doing let's say cylinder two. I assume, just pretend, let's just say you got a rocker arm and cylinder two that's whacked. You need to get it done. That's as close as you're gonna get to the cam phaser, right? Okay, so in order to get up that close, Yeah, you're gonna have to take some stuff off, James. Now, yeah, you can bag the boat out, but still, the minute you come off of the camshaft, that tension is gonna push it in, and you're gonna be screwed, guys. So, man, you either have to get that tool or find a way to keep that tensioner pushed in. And there is no way. If you like, the proper way to do that is bag the tensioner all the way back and stab it with a pin, tensioner holder pin. That way, you got all the play in the world, guy. Okay. Somebody, I can't think of the guy name. Man, I have to hurry up and get that video out. I'm gonna James, don't tackle that, man, unless you got the tools. Especially bank 2. Bank 1 you can get away with because there's no arm per se pushing on the chain. I mean, you can merely work with the gears and using the wrench and the hex on the camshaft. You can merely work that in and get that cam facer back on. But bank 2 is gonna be hard, buddy. Extremely hard. Okay. Could you unbolt? James Prashant. Buttons work. One cycle it works again. Is this the deck or the trunk? God, I missed the first part of your question, John. Where is John? This guy with the radio. Okay, the buttons work. Once cycling, it works again. Is this the deck or the trunk? John, because the radio is a module in itself on the bus, it likely threw some fault codes, and that particular fault code will likely tell you the direction you need to go in. Okay, and I'm not sure Advanced Auto or AutoZone will have a code that will reach your radio, so you're gonna be a little forced to maybe visit a deal. It's based off the code, guys. Like if you came into the shop, I have the luxury of plugging in my scan tool and reading the fault code, which makes my diagnosing easier. Okay. Everybody don't have that luxury because I mean all these car manufacturers want you dependent on them. Okay, not Advanced Auto to reach your codes. Now, what they have to do is freely display P codes because P codes has a lot to do with emissions, and that need to be available to the general public. So all the other stuff like radios and ABS and all that, they can be stingy and keep that information to themselves. By law, they don't have to reveal that. So you may be forced. And it's not bad. Okay. The typical, you might be out of an hour charge for diagnosis. Typical dealership is what, between 150 and 170. I mean, so at best you'll be out $170 to find out if that's the case. But what I'm saying is, guys, there's likely a fault code. You can't get a direct answer out of anybody on a question like that because their reply to you will be based off the fault code that you tell them. And if they don't know that, it's hard. They would be guessing. You don't want to guess answer on anything, guy. All right. I gotta wrap this up. No fault codes, just slightly bucks in neutral. Andrew, what was you talking about, Andrew? Thanks, I really appreciate. Okay, you were talking about the transmission. No fault codes, just slightly bucks in neutral. In neutral? You're not even moving in neutral. You're not even in gear in neutral. God, make sure you don't have a secondary ignition problem. This is a Hemi, which means there's 8 cylinders. Make sure one of those cylinders not missing. If you're bucking just sitting there in neutral, you're not in gear. So why are you suspecting it's the transmission? Okay. You're not in gear. So I don't know. Yes, you're not in gear. You freelance in neutral. And if you're bucking or having any kind of drivability issues in neutral, your problem's likely in the engine. I mean, via spark plug, coil, or anything like misfire. Okay. I don't think that year was equipped with an EGR valve. So, but yeah, you may have problems in your engine, guys. So, in other words, don't direct all your attention solely to the transmission. That might not be your case, man. Yeah, and like I say, don't guess. If you say no fault codes, you checked it with a generic scan tool, you likely didn't get to the heart and soul of the transmission. Like I say, some transmission will give off a fault code, but not display it. It's not a P code, or they won't display it in the form of a check engine light. So, yeah. Yeah, you never said it was in neutral. Yeah, you got a lot of other things you need to check, my man. Okay. Yeah, bucking. You might be giving off. And another thing, this year model, man, this year model beat a lot of guys up back in the day, man. '09, I think you said that what it was, man. We had so many problems with misfire and bucking. We've Chrysler told us one year to replace every coil on the car, and if the problem persists, put a controller on it. You Google that problem, man, you're gonna see a whole list of problems with those years, because that gave the dealerships fit, because everybody was turning to the dealership for repair and information on their Chrysler product. That's what they're supposed to do. But even we had no answers because Chrysler wasn't giving us any answers. So yeah, I was around doing that tenure, man. It was crazy back then, man. Ooh, Lord, 55 minutes. Guys, who's at the bottom? I gotta wrap this up. XL is at the bottom. I gotta wrap this up. Okay, where am I? No fault codes. Tom Cook, NAND transmission shutters or like Rumble strips at 45. Ford dealers have a lot more engines laying. Appreciate that, Tom. Don't let them pick on Chrysler like that. Rough play. I hear a smoke alarm. No, you don't, man. No, you don't. Don't do that, rough play. I don't hear no smoke alarm. Matter of fact, I checked before I hit go live. I was like, hold on, let me make sure ain't no damn smoke alarm going on, because I knew. Ooh, I just heard one. All right, guys. Okay. All right, let me wrap this up, man. Ruff just proved me wrong. Let me wrap this up. Thanks for watching, Ruff, my man. Appreciate you joining the stream. This guy's garage. Ford and Dodge share the same roll of followers. Really? Interesting. I replace suspension when they are worn. You won't go broke that way, at least, Caper. I mean, doing it all, it can send you to bankruptcy, man, because suspension parts are not cheap at all. 15,200 with a V6. If that's a year 15, I can assume that V6 is a 3.6 liter. Will you do a software update since that update the brain of the transmission, get the mounts fixed, or change the fluid? The light comes and goes. Sometimes it won't. It won't what? Oh, don't answer. Okay. Hey, thanks for watching anyway. 15,200 V6. Appreciate you watching. Profit is not a dirty word. That's right, Cable. My man, Chris McDonald. I got to wrap this up, guys. So whoever at the bottom, let's stop it right there. Online mechanic tips. Going to buy used Toyota and Hondas on the cheap. Going to avoid sending all the GM's American cars to the job. I'm sure glad you're picking on the other makes and model. Appreciate that, man. Back up off the Chrysler. 15,200 V6. I just left you a nice comment on one of your videos about a 2015 Chrysler 200. Thanks for the quick feedback. I really appreciate it. 15,200 V6. I appreciate you watching and subscribing and liking the video. Yeah. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for tuning in too, man. Hey, I don't take nothing for granted, man. I appreciate it all the time. Thumbs up, man. Hey, appreciate that, man. I think hey, my man X, I'll make this that's the last one. Do you got I went over to your channel, I think. Was it the other guy in the last stream? I went into everybody channel that was on the last stream. The ones that's got some form of a channel. Some people just on YouTube, they don't have activity. They're just YouTubers. But okay, YouTubers versus content creators. All the content creators, everybody in this box. I'm gonna check out all your channels, man. Watch and subscribe and all that good stuff, man. Yeah, that's what I do, man. So if you're a content creator, I don't know how it would show, so I'm just gonna check everybody out. That's what's up. All right, this guy garage, like, applied, congratulations, 9K. That's what I talked about, Caper. 9K. I want that big 10, man. With 10K, you can start selling merchandise. And from what I hear, YouTube will help your channel because they see you put in the work. They see you, and they can see I put in some work. Okay, well, the daily video on different topics is to me is work, guys. Like I say, my playlist is set until next week, so I got a video coming out daily for the next week. So I'm actually going to start production on the next week. So every now and then, some cases I will break line with a video that I think would benefit me if I put it up front, which means I have to push the other ones back. So it's cool, man. I got a little time on my hand because I'm not busy at work. The Golden River, great answer. We'll watch your video. Thanks, GR. I'm gonna check all you guys out. If y'all content creators, I have no problem. Thank you for your hard work and helping us be better mechanics. Hey, thanks, Richard, man, for watching. Xavier Tips. What are you doing on cars behind you? You would ask that, wouldn't you? Hey, man, what is that behind me? Oh man, I'm showing the license plate too. That's not good. All right, XFail. Let me be real with you, man. That is, my friend, a green screen. Okay. I wanted to look like I'm in a shop environment sitting at a desk. Okay. You remember all my live streams, I'm in my office, and actually can see it's a pretty shitty green screen. You see my left arm, how the green coming in and out. But StreamYard do pretty good with the green screen. It actually looked pretty good from where I sit. So in fact, if you ask that question, it looks pretty good. You know what I'm saying? So hey, X fail. Hey, yeah, that's a picture, man. But I think I did pretty good. You answered my question because I was wondering, damn, I want to do that look realistic. It looked realistic to me, but I wonder how it looked to them. So thanks for answering my question, my man. Richard, Mara Mr. Oil is an Mara Mr. Oil is an oil additive. Okay, so you add it to your existing oil and it helps out to add extra benefits. I guess that's what you're trying to say, Richard. Yes, oil additive. We use some at uh uh we use Valvoline oil additives on our stuff. We got contract with Valvoline, man. They came in and just bulldozed BG out of here. Like, I don't know anybody. I don't know if you guys work at shops, but anybody using BG anymore? I haven't heard from BG. Valvoline look like they came in and just monopolized the system. This guy's garage, so especially on small engine. Good vibe. New level audio. Keith, what is going on, my man? I haven't heard from you in a minute, man. What are you doing over there? I got you on lock. I got you on notification, but I haven't seen a notification video, man. Come on, Keith, man. Y'all got to get with it over there, man. What was the last video I seen over there where you found out the problem on that Chrysler? Was that a minivan? Some of y'all was working on, man. You nailed that sucker, man. Hey, I appreciate you checking in, Keith. I'm winding down now, man. I didn't know this thing been going on an hour. I just recently heard about it. What is your opinion on the 06 Pacifica? What about the 3.5 engine that came in it? Man, I just did one of those. In fact, I did a transmission in a Pacifica, and it was no joke. Pacifica, man, that's the old model. What is my opinion on it? They cool, and they would last forever if you keep the timing chain or timing belt. It has a belt on it, and that belt's fairly easy. So keep that timing belt. And some cases they had problems with the alternator, causing the transmission to buck. So if it's a 06, it likely have a 41 TE in it. So service that transmission, keep that timing belt, change that water pump. That car, I have one of those. It's sitting up at Walmart right now. Okay, so new level audio, man. Audio. I keep saying audio. Appreciate you, Keith, man. That's what's up, man. I hope you're staying healthy and wealthy. I got the health part down pat, Keith. The wealth is slowly trickling in, man. You know, the epidemic going on, man. I have to keep my immune system up. Whatever I have to consume in my body to help that. A lot of guys concerned with how am I doing on like why am I still going to work? I mean, I have to, everybody know you got to do what you got to do. That's a known fact, right? But my shop is still open. So the owners are like, you know, you want to come in and work, that's fine. They have no problem with if you take off. Okay. I consider myself healthy, but not stupid. Okay. So I follow the guidelines just like anybody else. I consider my immune system on fleek. But again, I'm not stupid. I wear a mask when I'm supposed to. I wipe down. I do everything that they suggest. You can be healthy and not stupid. Okay. You can be healthy and stupid and end up with something you never thought you would get because you consider yourself healthy. With me being, and I'm paraphrasing here, with me being, I think I'm healthy. Okay. Last my physical, yes, I'm healthy. And right now I'm trying to keep my immune system up. So Keith, yeah, man. I follow all the guidelines. Glove, they wipe the car down when they come on the lane. So by the time it make it to us, it's fumigated of anything. I wear a mask when I'm supposed to. What else? I follow all the guidelines. I mean, if it's gonna hit you, it won't be no fault of my own because I'm following, you know, the precautionary procedures. Okay. So yeah, man. Same to you, Keith, man. Hope y'all being safe and healthy out there and wealthy. Okay. Yes, that is a goal of mine. That is a goal of everybody. Thanks for the tip and the tip. New Level Audio, man. New Level Audio, man. Y'all go check the guy out, man. He got some great content over there. If you're, what did I say? I gotta wrap this. I strolled down way too far. If you're bucking in neutral, it's a misfire. Yeah, that's the same thing up here because you're not in gear. I don't. Yeah, you. I'm not sure why you would suspect it's a transmission because, like I say, you're not in gear, and or a torque converter has stayed engaged. Yeah, that's an option. Especially when you come to the stop and that sucker just try to die out on you. Yeah, that torque converter could just be still locked up. So bucking transmission neutral can be bad motor mount. That's another option. Man, you nailed it, man. But in neutral, there's no load on anything. So the motor mounts really responded to load. So if you're in neutral, there's no load on the engine or the transmission. So if you bucking, yeah, it's almost like a little internal miss because the engine, unless the engine moving and your mounts worn, that's the only thing that will explain that. So yeah, guys, you got a lot of other things to look at before you start looking at transmission. Explain that motor mount idea without a misfire, right? I mean, so I mean, unless the misfire, bringing the mounts into play, like unless the misfire exposing the mounts, like you got a misfire, and with this misfire, you will also notice your motor mounts are worn. So, but I do know, or I will say, in neutral, there's no load on the trans, so I wouldn't suspect the trans. Guys, I gotta wrap this up. Oh, bucking into neutral. What about any other shift? Do you feel a harsh engagement? That's a good point, man. I don't know. I think I lost him, so I don't know how far he went with the question. Hello, brothers and sisters. How is things tonight? Hello, actually, Dano Toolbox. Thanks for joining the stream, man. You jumped in on the tail end, man. I'm getting ready to wrap it up, but I really appreciate you jumping on. Hey, while you here, man, get a video a thumbs up for me, guy. Everybody, please give the video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Hello, new level. That's Keith, man. Keith is a good dude, man. Have not heard what's going to say. Yes, sir. This guy, Banner. Hello, this guy smashed the like button. Thanks, Dano Toolbox. Until he told us it was shifting in the neutral. Yep, me too. I am. Can't wait to buy a t-shirt. Yeah, man. That's that 10,000 K subscription 1520. I am subscribed and like the video. Thanks, 15, man. I appreciate it, man. Two Chargers, new and old. How is the reliability of the Jeep Cherokee Trackhawk? Well, you didn't put a year, but that car is not old at all, so it has to be a fairly new one. Let me say it like this: I don't see that many in the shop. So without getting into a lot of details, because I'm getting ready to wrap it up, I don't see that many in the shop unless they get an oil change or brakes or things like this. Normal stuff they wear out. But as far as major repairs, hardly ever see that in the shop, guy. Thanks for asking the question. And thanks for watching. Fool me, but I'm on a cell phone. Been real busy, brother. Okay, guys. What's your opinion on the Chrysler 200? The 200 not bad, man. The 15 is the year. Make sure that recall is done on the 15. I just had a 15 beat me up. He already had the recall done, and it either needs the same recall done or he got to pay for it. I think they won't cover it. When I'm talking about it, the car dies. You can just be driving down the road and everything is shut off. All the lights come on. The recall to the transmission where you replace the range sensor has already been done. That's normally was the first thing I suspect on like a 15-200. You just be driving. And I witnessed this on my test drive. I'm driving, everything just freaking shut off. Cars, you lose your power steering. Of course, the car shut off, but no, did the car die and I lose my power steering? A lot of crazy things going on, man. It's some pins inside that trans range sensor. Chrysler told us a while back was axed up on that year. So other than that, man, that 200 is great. This guy's garage. Have a great night, man. Hey, all of y'all have a great night, guys. I went an hour and 10 minutes. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Like I say, before y'all jet out, give a video a thumbs up. I appreciate it. All those other questions on that one particular video, that 3.6, I'm gonna go in and answer those with text. Okay, because I ran out of time over here. Guys, thanks for watching. Comment and subscribe, and I will see y'all on the next video.